I'm Christine, and I wrote a book that's being published on May 19th, 2019, called Again But Better, available for pre-order now. The link's in the description. And now I'm getting ready to dive into drafting my second book. Writing my second book. Again But Better was my first time writing an entire book. Like, I've written film scripts that are 2 hours long, and I've written lots of short stories, but that was my first time at a book. Hence why there were a bajillion redrafting. You have to fix it and 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 fix it. The biggest thing with my first book is that it contained like all these little side stories in it. The draft was like a bajillion words long because I was like, oh, let me just write this, and like, let me write this, and let me write this part, but like when it comes down to it, that's not what the core of the story was at all. It took me 6 months to finish Again But Better's first draft. But like, it was so freaking long. I think it was like 160,000 words, that first draft. Like, I can't even imagine that right now. Like, I cut it down to 111,000, I believe, is my final word count. I gotta really figure out what my final word count is, since word count was such a focus in this series, and I don't know what my final word count is. That's ridiculous. So, book 2. Now, just to clarify for anyone who hasn't heard me say this before, Again But Better is a standalone, so book 2 is a different book. It's not like anything to do with Again But Better. And I've been thinking about this idea for a long time, but I hadn't really been focusing on it until I handed in Again But Better. I took September off because August was like chaos, so many deadlines and stress, and I needed some time off. I read and watched like a gajillion things in September, and then my plan was to start book 2 in October. But like, I have all these thoughts like, oh my god, I wrote one book, but like, what if I can't write another one? I know I can write another one, but like, that kept popping into my brain. Every time I sat down to write, I was like, I don't have all my main beats yet. I don't feel connected to this without my main beats. And I was just stuck in this cycle of anxiety. After October 1st passed, I had only written a scene, and I didn't feel it, you know? I didn't feel into it. Oh gosh, it's just been so frustrating. So I decided to take the month of October to like work out my shit, because I need to find my connection to the story again, because I was so excited about this story idea earlier in the year. So I've been doing a lot of just talking it through with some friends, and the other night I posted on Instagram that I was having all this anxiety about writing, and then 10 minutes later I was staring into space because I had that click, the thing I want to change so that the book works better, and I'm excited again, but I still don't have a solid outline. I tried making, and I did make, a page where I was like, my main characters, what are their goals and their motives and their main story points that I want them to do, but I don't have the outline of the book. I just need to like figure it out in my brain. This is what happened with Again But Better. Once I knew like the big points, I could run. Right now, I just haven't solidified what the big events are gonna be. So that's my goal before Nanowrimo starts. What I'm doing now is Nanowrimo, real Nanowrimo. Anytime I've done Nanowrimo, it's been like alone in a random month. The most hardcore I've done it was January, February of 2016. I've been in this creative down spiral where I'm like, I can't figure out my next book and nothing works and everything sucks. But now that I have the spark, I'm coming out the other end. As creatives, you know, you go through these like weird ups and downs where you're like super excited about stuff, and then like that ends and you're like, I don't know what to do with my life. I want to make something, but I'm not in it. I can't find it. And then you find it and you come out the other end, and I'm coming back up the other end, which I'm so happy about. It's such a relief. If you don't know what Nanowrimo is, if you're new here, it's National Novel Writing Month, and there's a schedule, and you write a certain amount of words every single day, and at the end of the month you have 50,000 words. So I'm probably not going to finish the draft at the end of the month, because I don't think this book is going to be done in 50,000 words. I'm expecting this draft to probably be closer to the 100,000 mark, but since I don't know my big beats yet, I don't know for sure. I just like know my overall character arcs. I know what I want them to go through as characters, but I don't know exactly how I want them to hit those points yet. So I'm working on it. I've got like 15 more days before Nanowrimo starts. So getting there. And I'm also like still kind of working out how I want to tell it. This book will be dual point of view. Again But Better is one point of view, but this one has to be two. And I'm just trying to work out how I want that to fall. I can't really tell you any more than that. As far as Again But Better news goes, I saw the special edition ARC cover for Y'all Fest. It's like a minimalist version of the actual Again But Better cover. They weren't ready to print real ARCs of Again But Better yet, so they're printing special editions for Y'all Fest if you didn't hear this yet. So this is is the actual cover, but the Y'all Fest cover doesn't have a girl and it doesn't have a split. It's just like this color and white, and it just has like this minimalist drawing of a background. It kind of looks like the beach without any of this, because there's these like birds up in the corner, so all of a sudden it turns into like a beach scene. But that's what this Y'all Fest special edition arc is gonna look like, and it's gonna have like a letter from me on the back, like special for Y'all Fest. But it's the book. It's the first time my book is gonna be printed in a thing where people can read it. And I also saw what the real arc's gonna look like, and the tagline is on it. When there are real arcs, I'll share the tagline with you. We're not there yet. We're almost there. The audiobook process has started, and by started, I mean like the guy who's producing it has contacted me, and we're starting to talk about like narrators. I want to do a whole video following that process. I'm really hoping that I can go to wherever they record it so I can be there for it. Oh my god! So I'm doing NaNoWriMo this year, full out, baby. I'm sure some of y'all are gonna do NaNoWriMo. Let me know if you're planning on participating. Gosh, I'm so excited and scared. Starting a second book is so scary. I still haven't come to terms with the fact that like I'm an author. I am now, but it doesn't feel real until I've written more than one book. Because it feels like anyone can write one book, but I want to write more than one book. Then I'll be able to more accept myself as an author. And this middle ground where I'm like, I haven't written a second book, but I want to be an author. It's scary. It's like, what if I can't get it out of me? But I know I can get the second book out of me. I know I can get lots of stories out of me. On top of all this, I've had like stupid at yoga. I was a dumb, like without stretching, I just like jumped into a straddle, pulled a stupid groin muscle. So I've had to stop yoga for the last 2 weeks, which has not helped my anxiety. I'm excited to get back to that. I'm just gonna have to take it easy. I'm not 17 and I can't just jump and do a split without warming up. Who knew? I don't have a song yet to share with you because I haven't been writing. I've just been like doing little scenes and staring off into space and like doing little prep work. I've just been doing it mostly silent. But come NaNoWriMo, it'll be back. I'm starting a new writing playlist for this new book. I have called it Writing 2. It's so weird. I'm Christine. I make videos every Tuesday. I'm at XteenMay on Twitter and Instagram. My book, Again But Better, is available for pre-order now. The link is in the description below. It comes out May 21st, 2019. I will see you next time. Goodbye!